Alright, so Into the Spider-Verse is a critically acclaimed animated movie about Spider-Man. I remember like it was yesterday when I went to the movie theater for my birthday and I had to pick up which movie I wanted to watch for my birthday. And of course, being a Spider-Man fan, I chose Into the Spider-Verse. And I was also jealous that one of my cousins watched it before me. Only I can be the true Spider-Man fan in my family. Only me.
No.
So only... Okay, so anyway, I watched the movie and I enjoyed it. My mom didn't enjoy it because she's like, oh, what are these Spider-Man? Like, what does that pig, like, what does a pig Spider-Man have to do? Like, what does it have to significance of the story? Well, I'll get to the meaning of the movie later, but I'm going to review it. So, this movie excels in everything. Phil Lord and Chris Miller have done it again, and I think this is like their third animated movie. I know they didn't direct it, but they produced it. I know that they produced the movie, I think, but man, this movie is so good. The animation is amazing. The way they animated Miles is amazing. Look up, if you have time, look up on YouTube how Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is animated by Insider. It is actually attention to detail. These people actually cared about making an animated Spider-Man movie that they actually had to lower the frame rate for Miles and do all that hard work. Also, it's in 2D. 2D. We never get 2D movies anymore. So seeing that this movie is 2D, it's a blessing, you know. The script is amazing. The action is fluid and easy to follow. The score is amazing. Miles is amazing in this movie. And finally, we got a Spider-Man movie that has Miles in it. And no, Homecoming doesn't count. They teased Miles, but they did not show Miles. So anyway, the movie is amazing in almost every level. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but there is one problem. The movie in my opinion, I think Kingpin didn't get enough screen time in my opinion. I think he deserves a little bit more. Also, in my opinion, I think the movie's a little bit too long in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. 9 out of 10. This movie is amazing. If you have time to watch it, please do. It's not on any streaming service, but I have it on Blu-ray and I have it on digital. This movie is amazing, and if you're a dedicated Spider-Man fan, this is a movie that you cannot miss. It is amazing in almost every single way. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is whenever one of my favorite scenes in the movie has to be that scene where Miles takes his leap. I know I'm not the only one who thinks this is the best scene, but it has so much layers to it. Miles finally becoming Spider-Man, his speech with Uncle Aaron. And there are some people out there who say one thing I didn't like about Into the Spider-Verse is that sometimes there are these hip-hop songs. It makes sense, alright. Miles grew up with Uncle Aaron, and in the comics, Uncle Aaron made music, so it kind of makes sense that Miles listens to music, and that music is his, it's kind of like his language or like his lifestyle, you know. So anyway, the leap of faith, that is a gorgeous scene. The animation is amazing, and What's Up Danger being on that scene. Plus all the different reasons why Miles has taken the leap, with Peter saying it's just a leap of faith. If you want to be Spider-Man, all you have to do is take courage. Like if it's a leap of faith. Miles finally controlling his powers. It's beautiful. Like it's cinema at its finest, you know. And another reason, there are people complaining that, oh, there's a pig Spider-Man, there's a Japanese anime Spider-Man. Well, I'll tell you why. Because in the special features of this movie, yes, I watched the special features. It says that the reason why they have these many Spider-Man is because Spider-Man can be any gender, any race, literally anything. It can even be a cartoon pig. That's like Spider-Man can be anything, that it can even be a cartoon pig in the Looney Tunes era. Also, also I love that they don't use just one animation style. Like for Spider-Man Noir, voiced amazingly by the great Nicolas Cage, is animated like a dark, gritty noir. Spider-Ham is animated in like a like Looney Tunes style. Penny Parker is animated in traditional Japanese. Miles being animated at 24 frames per second, but by twos. And then as he slowly Miles, before he's been bitten by a spider, he's animated by ones, 24 frames per second. So it's like one frame, like one frame, boom, next movement, another frame, done. But when he gets bitten by that spider, he moves at like 24 frames per second, but by twos, which means, okay, we have a movement of Miles, take 2 pictures. Another movement of Miles, make it a slightly a little bit more moved, and then take a picture of that 2 times. And then as he slowly becomes Spider-Man, he's now animated at 24 frames per second. That's pretty cool. So this movie is amazing. If you're a Spider-Man fan, do not miss this movie. If you're an animation fan, do not miss this movie. If you love Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, this is one of their amazing works. 9 out of 10. Please watch this movie if you have any free time. This has been Agent 3, and I will not say why that is my username, and I will review the Spider-Man college movies, the Spider-Man college trilogy. So yeah, I'll see you next time.